People of all sizes, large and little, ladies and gentlemen, and folks somewhere in the middle, welcome back to Tsushimi's house. I'm your loving host, Master Tsushimi, joined today by my sweet sister, Ice Bubbie.
Hello.
We're back with some more Final Fantasy XVI, and some news. I don't like this game so much.
I don't think that's news.
That's fair. No, I mean, like, it's a good game. It's a fun game. It would be a great game if it were like 1/3 the length, and perhaps less padding with the side quests and stuff. Case in point, look at how much green there is.
It's a green minefield.
That's
around us.
so much side quest.
That's
not even accounting for the hunts.
The moment we got the game going and I saw the green, I was like, oh god, I forgot this was what we have to go into. So plot is just not happening today.
Yeah, I mean, we just decided already. There's no way we're going for the plot.
Simply no way. There was at least 7 quests.
Right, and all this is before you even account for the hunts. The hunts which require
we have abandoned.
We abandoned because they were hard and they require you to be max level, which I now am.
Yeah, to be fair.
I did that off screen for you guys, and also because I felt I couldn't rest until I did it. So
I see.
It's done. Also, in doing so,
this is peak Clive Rossfield.
In doing so, I got the achievement for mastering everything.
Yay.
I did look into also. I talked about this briefly off screen with Bubbie. The Chrono something.
Chrono Trigger.
Yep, we're gonna play Chrono Trigger instead. A much better game.
Shuts off the game. You see the Switch logo. Come on.
Insane. I don't even think that game's on here.
Switch, I said.
Oh, sorry. It's not on the Switch either. Oh. Anyway, so these things are chronoliths. They are challenges that expect you to do. Yeah, see, the Hand of Titan is another one that we found and didn't do. They expect you to take on waves of enemies. Timed in a timed setting with only one icon and with only certain skills of those icons. It's hard. Straight up, I tried the one for Garuda because apparently you get a really good accessory for doing it. I tried it like 4 or 5 times after I'd been grinding all day, and I was just like, I can't. I gotta stop. So yeah.
That poor Andy is suffering.
Okay, I thought you were gonna give me more information.
I thought you were gonna give me more than just words.
Right.
No, kiss on the forehead because you're my grandma.
Baby boy, you're on my mind. Your love is all I need.
Little baby. What's going on?
You wanna go visit Sid?
More than that, boy.
Yeah, you're a smart boy. You gotta
like. Better hint for me.
Show me. Come on, show me.
Unless
like we do with Teddy. Show me.
Back on the rear deck, you were looking west, toward Rosaria.
1 bark yes, 2 bark no.
Interesting.
Why don't we try the rookery?
The what?
I haven't been to the island in almost 20 years.
The rookery. I mean, I know what a rookery is.
Across the old mooring is still there.
But I think maybe he's talking about a very specific one in Rosaria.
Yeah.
Okay. But before we do that, we are going to just collect all these million quests.
Because it was what we were going to do last time, but I think we
were
hungry
already
and
over
hot.
time. Yeah, it got so hot. We were starving.
Or we had something to do. I don't know. Usually it's something.
Yeah.
It's always something, y'all.
At this point, we're just kind of guessing, but does this not lead anywhere?
Nope, just our girl.
I would have sworn this looped. All right.
And we talked to her, and I remember being, like, kind of disappointed. Like, Josh gets a whole-ass cutscene conversation, and when you talk to her, it's, like, not even...
Just like, hey.
Yeah, it's just like a, hey, how are you feeling? No, okay, great, bye. Yeah. Not even a cutscene. It's just, like, in-game.
I think they have to have, like, this in order for it to be a bigger conversation.
Well, it was, like, barely like this.
Okay. Well, I'm not really
but she didn't even get a zoom in, let me put it that way.
Yikes.
And that's why I was like, bruh, what?
He probably gets a thing later.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, she's Jill.
Yeah, that's true.
He's Jillian
Clive's
Warwick.
first.
Yeah. And, hopefully only. We'll see.
I mean, who knows?
Hopefully they get a happy ending after all this bullshit.
Right.
It's the least you guys can give me. What did you
hey,
break
it's
this
these
time?
punks again.
Just show me. Just point in the direction of the thing you broke.
Sid, you have to help us.
With what? You didn't take apart another of Mid's contraptions, did you?
Probably did.
No. Well, yes. But that's not what we want to talk to you about.
It's Miss Middledore. She's been acting strange. Very strange. She's barely ever around.
She's in heat.
The world
Well,
is
she
ending.
She acts like we aren't even
Yeah,
there.
that's true.
Her head's in a crowd.
Cloud.
Clouds.
That's what I said. In the clouds.
Like, I'm sorry, kids.
she does have a
You
lot
are
on her
children,
mind.
so you don't know, and this
When
does
did you
not
last
need to
see
be
her?
your problem. But the problem is the world is ending, and she's a little busy with that.
Right after she got back from saving you from Stonehenge.
We don't have to
It's
call
probably
it
just about the
saving me.
Enterprise. It did take quite a battering on the way there and back.
You didn't break it, did you, Sid? You really should be more.
I don't want to
careful
hear
around
that
Miss
from
Middledore.
you
These
three.
kids are wild.
Don't listen to her. Even if
It's
she
like-
did break the Enterprise, you could put it back together.
It's like pandemic babies. Like,
But
the
who's gonna put
audacity.
Miss Middledore back together? She seems
Let's,
really-
Yeah.
again, this is not me. I don't actually know or would say
Why
that,
don't
but
I
like,
go and see if I can cheer her
people
up?
who had kids during pandemic I have spoken with are like, yeah, no, they're built different because they just like didn't know the world the way we did,
It's not a real
and they're
bunch.
either like very
Thanks for the
weird or
warning.
just like bold as shit, don't give a fuck because they don't know
Right, they're
care about
just
others.
they're not socialized the way
literally
like thousands
These
of years of
kids
human
are-
society have been.
these kids are pandemic babies or whatever situation is going on in our world.
Kind of, if you think about it, like they're bearers. They've got marks, so they're clearly magical, and they were probably at some point either slaves for a little bit or going to be slaves, and now they're here. So I feel like they're in this weird in between world of like, yeah, they were gonna be slaves, but they're not here.
They were going to be slaves, but they got saved before that could happen.
Yeah.
Aye, aye,
So
of
we're kind of
course.
good.
It is an honor to finally speak with you.
Yeah, I've never talked to
My
you.
name is Herman.
Hi,
I've
Herman.
been with the Curse Breakers for some time now,
Mm-hmm.
and I wish to be deployed to Ash. Any assignment will do.
Okay.
No. The lands across the Narrow are too dangerous.
Oh wow.
No.
I will not send good men and women to risk their lives needlessly. Why would you want to go back?
I need to retrieve something. Something important.
Was that baby
I was
yours?
raised in an orphanage. The Badbach Conservatory.
Bad back.
What?
Where
I was gonna make a joke about them all having bad backs or some form of scoliosis, but he just said bad, and it threw me off so hard that I almost.
existed solely to turn bearer
know?
children into mindless weapons. We were tortured until we feared no pain.
Are you gonna go back and kill the person? Because spoilers, they're
Until our
probably
hearts
already dead.
turned to stone.
Yeah.
I think only one woman
And few
survived the
ever
entire
survived
country.
long enough
Pretty
to
much.
become tools of the last king.
Well, her and her plus one,
Can't imagine.
the baby.
I lost so many. I can't even remember all their names, but they must be remembered. They cannot fade away, faceless and forgotten.
So do you want me to go get the
Institute
like
was run with
book?
military
the
precision.
Roll
Every child
call?
measured,
I see. So
every
he wants
name
us to
recorded.
retrieve the log.
every
Mhm.
death logged with meticulous care. Sid,
A registry, sure.
allow
registry.
me
That's the. I was trying to remember the
Ash
word. Like, what
and
would that be?
recall
This person is really chewing
so
on
that
every
my
word.
brothers and sisters
Like,
This isn't one time to shine. He knows it's the end of the game. He's never talked to us before. He's finally worked
You
up the
were a good
courage.
foot, the fact
but-
Sid,
What?
too dangerous. I'll go to. I won't let you.
I'd
You can stop.
wieder
All right.
made them.
Thank God I can read kind of.
sorry,
fast.
he's just not important to me.
I mean, what he's doing is cool, but that did take
Yeah,
a
but
long
like
time to
he
get
hasn't
to the point.
earned this. Like, who the fuck is Herman? We've not talked to Herman a single time throughout the. You know what I mean? Like, this is the padding stuff that I'm talking about.
Yeah,
This
they
would
are-
have been a cool quest for somebody else to give me,
Right. Or like.
and it
Herman-
better. It would have had to have had a great reward.
Yeah.
As it stands, it's gonna give me like a little bit of experience, a little bit of renown. I'm gonna
And
go,
dog
well,
teeth.
okay, yeah, and dog teeth.
Or hey. He's like, hey, are you on your period? Why are you being weird?
Yeah, but
That's it! I knew it! The answer was right here under my arse all along! If this
It's a nice
doesn't get to
arse.
the skies, nothing
Yeah.
will.
to the skies. You aren't trying to give the Enterprise wings, are you?
I am, and you're gonna help
What
me.
else would I be doing?
The children seem to think you're avoiding them. They're worried about you. Is this really so important that you need to shut yourself away from everyone?
Clive, the
Enterprise
world's
is already
ending.
the fastest ship in the realm, and that's with the sea beneath her. But what if she weren't bound to the waves? What if she weren't bound to anything at all? It's
We're
not
getting an
fair.
airship.
The gods
Cool.
get the skies all to
Hey.
themselves, so
That would also
do
be how we
something
get to
about it.
Origin.
Yeah.
Fallen had the
I'm surprised
chance,
this isn't a main
but they
quest.
relied too
I know,
much on
right?
magic. And
This
see
is
what
probably
that
just to
got
show you how it happens,
me.
because when you do the main quest
I've
without
discovered
doing this, you're gonna
absolutely
be like,
nothing.
how the fuck are we
Well,
flying up there on our
Almost.
ship?
First, I need to make a
Yeah.
prototype.
At least I'm assuming. I
Is
don't.
that a one-woman job?
Are you volunteering? I'll have you know the Enterprise is my baby. But if her godfather's offering to lend a hand, I'll
Godfather.
be happy to take it. First, I'll need oil.
That's a
Not just
really
some
long
old
pause.
drippings from Miss
You
Molly's
don't really think about
silk
it.
tub and crown.
Making a Ursula list
Refined
is not
stuff,
easy.
Like they make in Ordil. Then I'll need some bone or shell. Light, strong, preferably no longer attached to the beast it belongs to.
Preferably, but
it's
that's
beast
just a
bones you're
preference. So I'm gonna
after.
bring you the beast.
I'm sure the curse breakers will know where you might find some.
No, they'll know where you might find some. You're the one who offered to help, remember?
I should speak with one of the curse breakers before I set off for Old Hill. See if I can't find this bone while I'm there as well.
Oh, is that the game telling you like, hey, there's another quest that's gonna take me to that area? I may as well get it.
Yeah, I think this is the game being like, talk to everybody before
Wow.
you leave.
I mean, I do
Everybody clap your
appreciate that.
hands.
I do appreciate kind of the game being like, let's just grab
Was
it
everyone
all.
in there? No, those are just conversations.
Just a little bit.
Ugh. Gross conversations. Yucky. How far are we on these? Because these also apparently offer some pretty good rewards.
Come to claim your just desserts.
Cut to the time that
Yeah,
you were
the Genji gloves are very good, actually.
cut to the time that you were like, "Ugh, these assholes are giving me shitty gifts," and I'm like, they're literally your fans that are giving you gifts.
Some of them are shitty. Like,
No, I know they
Orchestrion
are.
Roll is just music.
No, I know it is shitty.
But then some of them were like, hey, here's a bunch of ability points.
It's true.
Which I did still end up grinding a
Come
fuck ton,
again.
but
I may have
whatever.
more for ya.
Ronan,
All right, Sid. Come to buy us around.
I just now learned your name.
Mid needs a piece of line,
think we have talked to him before.
Yeah?
Like a long time
Your
ago.
share of beasts on your travels across the realm. Any ideas?
Most bones are the same. Whack 'em hard enough and they'll break.
Okay.
If it's
Okay, you don't have to
durability
be
you're
like
looking
this
for,
about it.
Shell will serve you better. You know what an adamantus is?
Yes, I do, and I have fought them.
And I know to give them a wide berth.
Well, if
Plenty
you
old
want your
adamantus
shell.
do.
Well, with shells, the older the harder. There's a rumour of an ancient adamantus down in Karava, near Old Bidza, or what's left of the village
Old
anyway.
pizza. It's when you
But
buy
don't
Pizza
expect to
Hut
make
and
quick
2 weeks
work
later
of
you're
the
like, oh
bastard.
shit, we didn't finish that.
There's a reason it's lived as long as it has.
Old pizza.
I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
I have to show you a meme later.
Okay.
I guess I can sort of describe it, but
Never as good with description.
what?
It's never as good with description.
Vivian.
Please try that in English.
It's never
I'll be happy
as
to help
good
you find
with
the book you're looking
description.
for.
Okay, yes, thank you.
Thank you, Clive.
Sorry, you hit that like our
Tracking it
cousin
down
does,
will
like
not be easy.
Please.
we had this one cousin. Anytime one of us mumbles,
Whatever I ask.
our family would just be like, "Yo, you sure are that person's cousin." We're like, "Man, fuck you."
You sure are related to that guy.
Right.
What I ask of you
Oh, I
is
probably
rather
shouldn't be
more
skipping through her
trying than
stuff, huh?
delivering
She's hot.
the odd lecture.
Excuse me, sorry.
I spoke with Hippocrates to
She
see
has
if he had
hot
any
privilege.
inkling as to where another copy might be found, but
That is a thing, right?
perhaps
Pretty
it is
privilege
best that
people
you
talk
Oh,
about.
yeah.
from him.
If you say so.
Okay, I'm not a huge fan of these quests that are just like, go talk to this other person, and then they'll tell you what you actually need to do.
It set me on the path to becoming who I am today. Its importance cannot be overstated.
Man, she really is trying to be on some Nico Robin shit without having earned it.
Damn.
Talking about, yeah, give me this forbidden text.
Sid, I was wondering if you could help me.
I don't know
I
who
guess
you are.
so,
With-
man.
A bearer, but recently freed from his bonds, is keen to join the Curse Breakers. As you know, the work we do is not easy, which is why we test every volunteer's suitability. I was hoping you could oversee this one's evaluation.
Not to kick his
I
ass.
don't mind, but why this one?
Because he wants to be a scout. Our ranks are filled with men and women capable of breaking chains and putting slavers to the sword. But scouting, we're few with the nose for that, which is why we still rely so heavily on Gav.
Shouldn't Gav
Since
be
he
the one testing him
accomplished
then?
you on so
Yeah.
many of your missions, I thought you might be better placed to recognize the traits in him that we should look for in those who'd fill his boots.
Sounds reasonable.
So you happy to oversee the boys' test then?
But you really would think Gav would be here. I mean, yeah, we'll do it,
One
but
can never have too many scouts.
Truer words, Sid. I'll let the initiate know that you'll be attending his trial, and that he is to proceed directly to Northreach in readiness.
No time like the present, eh?
No time like the present. I'll await you there.
Okay.
Sure.
Sure.
This one seems interesting.
It does.
Be nice to like take some load off a Gav.
I don't suppose they could have chosen somewhere closer.
Well, that's not how scouting works, but thank you for your input.
You're also the boss, so you really could actually say
Sid,
no,
Do you
closer.
have a moment?
By all means.
How are you feeling about defeating
It's
your
my old
mommy?
master. Seems there's no escaping her.
Oh.
She found some way to send me a letter. And something else. Records from a Waluda prison. Seems they were keeping a lot of bearers there.
How did she come by such a thing?
Finding bearers always was her strong point. And it seems the cells of Balmung Dark are full of them.
Oh, I read about
Captives,
this.
The masterless.
Well, because I was
There is
doing my
no
grinding in
weakness.
that area,
And
that
even
sort
better
of
for
last
her.
area of the
Bearers
game.
with no one to look after.
And there's an area that's like
When
blocked
Ether
off.
started
Like there's
lapping
two
at the
little
walls,
X's on the map.
The jailers
Oh.
fled.
Leaving the bearers to be liberated by whoever happened to come along next.
Sid, I'd like to believe that I've earned your trust by now. And while I'm well aware that you've forbidden Cursebreakers from traveling to Waloed, I can't let those bearers die in their cells. I'd rather risk shipwreck on the Shadow Coast than leave them to starve.
Or you could let me teleport.
We'll be needing the
Yeah,
Enterprise if we're going
girly,
to
I can
navigate
just
the Narrow.
teleport. You
Does
can
that
what?
mean-
I'm making an exception, but we travel together.
Don't
We
tell
stand
anyone
no longer
about
than
it.
We have to. Ash is an inhospitable place at the best of times. We save as many as we can, and we leave.
Thank you, Sid. There was a name in the prison register. A name from my past. Chadwick. Another of my former master's proteges. A gifted
No
soldier,
way.
and the closest thing I had
Oh,
to
I'm
family.
re-listening to
Thought of him
campaign
held captive in
3
that place.
He
of
must be very important to you.
He
not
was,
another D&D podcast.
is.
Mhm.
And
We
they
find him.
oh no, it's Cheswick. Cheswick is
Entrance
the
to
name that they
prison
joke
lies in
with.
the shadow of Ravenwood
But like
walls.
it gets to a point where they're just like every like
We should head there as
loose
quickly as we can.
soldier that like
I
belongs to
only
this
pray
one
the best
faction
of
is
bearers
named
arrive to
Cheswick.
Oh my god.
I still
Cheswick.
like
And so at one
West.
point they have like a tournament of Cheswicks to determine which one is like Alpha Cheswick, and it's like ping pong or some shit.
Green.
Listen to Not Another D&D podcast, y'all.
I need to
It's a
listen
good
to
show.
any podcast ever at all. 'Cause I haven't
You
in
like
so long.
stopped. You fell off hard.
I did.
Joshua, what's wrong? And don't say nothing.
Oh, okay.
Not anything.
It's not nothing.
Nothing. I've received word from Cyril.
Idiot little brother.
The Undying have found Father's will.
Father's will.
Something akin to it.
His
Oh.
will. How and where?
In the crypt beneath Rosalith Castle.
And
I
they-
swear we
Kuka was kind
were
enough to
near that
travel
at one
along
point.
Yes, and also
The Undying took the
why
opportunity to
were they
recover
down
what
there?
relics
I mean,
of the
not
Duchy
to say they can't be, but
He just explained it.
In the
uh-oh.
process of doing so, they found a letter from Father.
I'm surprised anything survived down there.
Cyril asked that I join him in Tabor at my convenience. I have been meaning to go, but would you join me?
It is insane that we just have like free time to do this shit. Like the
Right.
world is actively ending, and we're just like, yeah, but let's go to Tabor,
Very well. I am ready
Let's
to
see
leave
what
when
Daddy
you are.
left us.
right?
The castle? Well, that's gone. Well, it's not gone, but you know.
Okay, and then I think there's still. They wanted me to talk to Ullman.
Oh my. Oh my.
Wait, did it not want it? Because it's not giving me a marker for him.
Yeah.
Okay, there is. The game's just bullshitting me.
Means you weren't close enough.
Ah, Clive.
Clive is
Apologies.
nearsighted.
There's something I need to ask you. I've been charged with locating a book called From a Distance.
Then you seek a rare gem indeed. One
Don't get
whose
excited
name I
about
had
that. It's
not
gonna be
thought
fucking
to hear
hard.
From your lips. You've been talking to Vivian.
Oh, do you not like
Right
her?
as
Y'all
always.
got beef?
But she didn't seem keen to tell me very much. I take it she didn't like what you had to say.
And yet I gather it did naught to dissuade her. Clive, if the young professor has tasked you with obtaining a copy, I fear she asks the impossible. The executors would not allow it.
The executors?
Can I just kill them? Can I execute them?
Coveters of secrets. a clandestine organization committed to the collection and intenebration
You remember how we, like,
texts and technologies.
dealt with a lot of magical bullshit last time?
Vivian seeks.
I'm just like, this is just so mundane. Like, go find a book compared to like, hey, you're gonna get ripped from reality.
True. Wait, we got next time.
Yeah, sorry, old man. Next time at Tsushimi's house, we'll finish talking to him later.
Bye.
You gotta know you're in for something special. You gotta feel it in your bones. Oh, you're gonna find what you need all in time. If you're looking for it, no. If you're looking for it.